Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a Mercury in retrograde reading for my dearest fellow Cancers. So Cancer, Mercury went retrograde on May 29th and it will station direct on the 22nd. But truthfully, the shadow period began back in the middle of May. So this is the most classic of Mercury retrogrades. It's in Gemini, so it's all about receiving and channeling. It has scanned and translated, transmitting energy of mind and thought to everyone. So this Gemini Mercury retrograde is a snappy multi-mix of details that'll stir up and have all of our synapses firing. It's really a time to be wary of signing contracts, getting new jobs, making large purchases, and a special little, maybe warning to those of you who may be getting married in June. Just make sure you're prepared for little bumps in the road, that you have plan B, C's, D's set up, and just make sure that you go over everything with a fine-tooth comb, no matter what it is that you're doing or you're signing. Make sure that you speak and you communicate with intention at this time. But it's really important that the house where Mercury falls in your birth chart while it's in retrograde is the area of your life that's going to be specifically affected. So do look that up online. So take a look at your birth chart and see. So for example, if it's in your 4th house, that's going to affect, home and family matters, okay? There's also another little sort of caveat to this story, Cancer. So this retrograde also comes at a period of time when there's kind of this frenetic energy of coming out of quarantine, especially in the northern hemisphere as we're moving into summer. So it's just going to ask, we're just being asked here to be discerning and to protect ourselves. Use the skills that we cultivated at high stakes during the pandemic that really do need to be revisited as we're sort of getting ready and opening up to this, reckless summer of love. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. As I'm doing this reading, Cancer, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, and if you like the cards I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance. Feel free to leave a comment, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. All right, Cancer, let's see. I'm going to pull some numerology cards for you before we jump into the reading. Just for some overall messages for my Cancer babies, please. All right, so we've got new beginnings. Beautiful, Cancer. New beginnings come after endings. I can hear some of my Cancers out there, who doesn't love a new beginning, but I also know my Cancers, we don't really love change either, right? Ooh, beautiful, but we get new beginnings in love. This can also be, changing jobs. This could be a birth of a baby. This could be a new relationship, romantic or otherwise. And then we get the card of Temperance, moderation. All right, Cancer, so don't lose yourselves in this summer of love is what I'm getting. And for those of you where it's not summer, don't lose yourselves in this. Whatever is coming towards you, it seems really yummy, okay? But just don't overdo it. Moderation is also a reminder that your prayers are answered. So some of my Cancers out there might be really thirsty for this. You might have been waiting for this. It might feel like it's been a really long time. So, go easy on yourselves. Go easy on the other person if there's anybody else involved. And just allow things to unfold organically, okay? This is coming after a period of intense spiritual growth, and I'm definitely feeling that. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, Cancer. So we have strong heart chakra, throat chakra, and I would say all of the chakras actually, but heart, throat, and base chakra. All right, maybe important energy centers for you during this retrograde. So what will this retrograde bring into your life, Cancer? Okay, 5 of Swords. So there's some sort of loss. So I could feel that immediately, and not just because, I'm a Debbie Downer over here, but my Cancerian, spidey senses, if you will, were really tingling here. There's something here that you have to let go of in order to have this new beginning. And there's one thing about the tenacious crab, right? We don't really like letting go of things. It's one of the hardest things for us to do, especially if it's someone or something that we really loved, okay? We are just fierce about that. Okay, so what aspect of my life will be most affected by this retrograde? For some of you guys, it's your home. Okay, with the Tower card, like straight up, you guys are moving, somebody's moving out, you're moving out. I'm just getting, they could come home and all their stuff is on the lawn or vice versa. This is a major Tower moment, but this is also all about the crown chakra, you guys. So it's a major awakening. It's the angel of enlightenment. So you guys are definitely getting a major upgrade to the crown chakra, and we see that here with personal growth. It may even be the third eye. But yeah, this is a shift for you that is just rocking your stability, your foundation. All right, so how can you minimize the damage and the negative results? Two of Swords. So understand that you're going through a period of uncertainty. It's not the time to act. We can't control what others do or what necessarily happens to us, but we can control how we react to Cancer. And this message here is very clear with the Two of Swords. It's about pulling back, waiting, allow the confusion to settle so that you can see through like the rubble of whatever this is. I know that sounds so dark, but we have the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords, which makes Seven of Swords. So you may have been dealing with a situation or a relationship, okay, where you find something out, something that was hidden from you that is, and it feels like a deal breaker, but it's something that absolutely had to happen because it's bringing you a new beginning in love and healing. Okay, so don't be afraid. Tower moments are good things, although it may not feel like it when we're going through it. The lessons that we're learning, Four of Pentacles, control. So we see that with moderation. Cancers, please don't blow up on anybody. I feel like you guys are ready to, burn a bridge big time. It may have already even happened. But the Four of Pentacles is also about stability, but I'm feeling like whatever this Tower moment is, whatever this is that you're finding out, and for some of you, again, it could be a past situation that's being revisited during Mercury retrograde, but for some of you guys, you're finding out that maybe a long-term partner hasn't been loyal. You may be finding out, that there's, that you didn't get a contract for next year if you're a contract worker or something like that. But what I'm seeing, there's a need for you to temper your emotions, temper your reactions, because that's really the only thing that you can control. And the Four of Pentacles is even though it's an earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it is really this beautiful message, Cancer, that I was talking about in the beginning, that it is time to let go. And I say it's a beautiful message because it's about your personal growth. Okay, and it's about releasing something that you've been holding on to very tightly. All right, the part of your past that you need to reflect on in order to heal and aid you on this journey is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is also destiny. So for many of you, you may be experiencing this Tower moment, or you might be reflecting on this Tower moment, but Spirit wants you to know it was meant to happen this way. Okay, this is for your personal growth. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. And it's actually marking the shift, albeit a little frightening, a little unnerving, but a shift that's bringing you this new beginning in love. Okay, again, it could be having a baby. It could be, finding out you're pregnant. It could be, leaving one partner, but opening up for one that's truly in alignment with you, because this is a prayer that's being answered. Okay, but you are also being asked to temper your emotions and your reactions. And here's that baby. So for some of you guys, it is about having a baby, or it may pertain to some of your children. But the Page of Wands, this is your outcome energy. This is you, Cancer. This is you stepping out from behind the shadows. Maybe there was, a situation here, like if you lost your job or lose your job unexpectedly. Okay, or you find out your partner wasn't faithful or something like that. It's like this, it's this shakeup that is like your horror story, but getting through it, releasing it, and then destiny stepping in to just bring you out of the shadows and into the spotlight. And some of you guys, you're tapping into or you're revisiting something that you always wanted to do. Some of you guys, you may have been in a loveless connection. And as horrible as it may have felt to lose it, it's opening you up to passion. It's opening up to, sexual pleasure. It's opening you up to feeling like, feeling a way that you haven't felt in a really long time ago. Now, some of you guys, you're also going to get creative impulses as a result of this shift and as a result of this change. Some of you guys are going to travel. Some of you guys are starting your own businesses because you're realizing something here had you stuck. And this is where destiny intervenes. So we have the Three of Swords, healing from heartbreak. So a lot of you guys, this is a love situation, okay? And yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's painful. We've all been there. And those of you who are going through whatever this is, I'm sending you out a huge hug and lots of love. But this reading says everything is going to get so much better. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Five of Swords. And it's also a reminder here with number 14 that your angels and your guides are with you. Okay, and some of you guys, I am getting that you may have lost a loved one. Okay, whether it was a spouse, or it was a child, it was a parent. I'm also getting here that that message coming through really strong here with moderation. Okay, and with I'm just getting that they're not far from you right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the Five of Swords. So this is what retrograde is bringing into your life. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So you might have been, for some of you guys, so I just get this real intense energy of frustration over this loss. For some of you, you may have been ignoring red flags. You may not have wanted to believe that this was going to happen, even though you were getting sort of signs and synchronicities. For some of you guys, you're just plain frustrated because you put a lot of time and effort into this connection, into this job, into this relationship. Okay. And so it kind of feels like it adds insult to I was going to say to industry. That's weird. Now I lost, what is that? Insult to injury or industry, right? Okay, let's pull it together. All right, so what aspect of my life will be most affected by this retrograde period? The Tower. It's like every part. Some of you guys, it's going to be your job. Okay, it's career and finances. For others of you, it's been your health. Some of you guys are realizing, and I hate the word like codependent, because like when we really love someone and we've been with somebody for a long time or we're used to them, sometimes we get labeled as codependent, or that gets labeled as codependency. But I do feel like this is a major lesson here, part of your personal growth, letting go of something that you relied on, that you, and I'm not saying in a codependent way, but something that you were used to, something that you loved, something that you didn't think was going to leave or wasn't going to be taken from you. Okay. So how can you minimize the damage here? The Two of Swords and the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is about communication. So being very clear when you communicate. And it may even be because for some of you guys, I'm getting this real Queen of Wands energy, like wanting to pick up something and throw it across the room, wanting to burn that bridge, blow up the building, whatever it might be. And I definitely am not condoning any type of violence, but it's all figurative, right? And I get with the King of Swords, it's an energy of being diplomatic. You might want to have like a really bad reaction, and it's okay to let your feelings out, Cancer, as long as nobody gets hurt, right? But during a time of uncertainty, what I'm getting here as well, and because we have so much uncertainty around us, it's important that you gather all the facts. So don't jump to any conclusions, especially during Mercury retrograde. And again, I just got like some of you guys, if you're getting married, don't try to kill the caterer if something doesn't work out or something like that, because it's about having all of the facts. And it's not really about where to put the blame. It's about how to find a creative solution, which I do see that no matter what you're going through, Cancer, you will find a creative solution here. All right, so the Four of Pentacles, this is about stability. This is about releasing that which it's time to walk away from. This is the lesson. What are you holding on to that you may need to release? And Cancers, that's hard. You know, these pinchers, these claws, when they're in, you know, we don't really want to let go. But there's something here that's not emotionally fulfilling anymore. Okay, there's something that maybe didn't turn out the way that we had hoped or that we wanted. And it's time to let go of that because there's something really beautiful, really awesome coming your way. All right, so the part of your past you need to reflect on, this is destiny. Six of Swords, look at that. This is about moving forward. This is about peace of mind. For some of my Cancers, I am getting with this Tower, there is going to be a huge release. Okay, whether this is crying, whether this is punching your pillow and your mattress, whether this is, you know, just, you know, going to the top of a mountain and screaming from the top of your lungs, you know, there is going to be some sort of huge emotional release, Cancer. But it's time. It really is time. And this is destiny. This is pushing you forward. And not all of you guys are you moving forward in a solitary journey across the sea. I see many of you guys with help, with loved ones. Okay, Pisces energy at the bottom of the deck. But yeah, this is destiny. You were meant to go on this journey, but it's also, things are getting so much easier and so much better for you, Cancer. And you might be a little bit nervous about it, you know, but it's almost like, you know, an hour into the trip after you say your goodbyes, you're like, this is so amazing. You know, once we sort of release that fear of whatever this new beginning is. So we have the Page of Wands here. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So again, it's about giving and receiving. Cancer, we can choose what we focus on as we go through this major shift in our energy. We can either choose to focus on what we've lost or what we've gained. And the Page of Wands is telling you to trust the journey that you're on. Trust this new beginning is bringing you love. It's bringing you balance. It's bringing you healing, even if you might not be able to see that so clearly right now. Seven of Wands, it's about not giving up. Okay, not giving up and perseverance, Cancer. That is where you find your victory. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what, oops, we've got half this deck going one way. We've got a few peekers. Look what popped out. Love again. That's not a coincidence, you guys. But you know, on this channel, we don't really believe in coincidences now, do we? All right, so I'm just going to give these guys a shuffle. Sorry about that. I did shuffle them, but I must have had some that were still, maybe, peekers. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. So this can be for those of you who are, you know, on a soulmate twin flame journey, a romantic situation, but really the messages apply to whatever you are here for, my dear Cancers. Okay, so we get keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So for some of you guys, there may have been somebody that I feel like it more than anything, you were in a long-term commitment. Doesn't have to be though. You might have been treated like an option, or you might have found that your person had other options. I'm also getting this Page of Wands. You're about to take a beautiful journey where you realize that you don't have to be compartmentalized, fit into a little box that's okay with everybody, that really now you can do whatever you want, Cancer. This is a new beginning and you kind of choose how the story goes. All right. The Golden Mirror. So self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. So some of you guys, that's exactly what you were dealing with. When I see mirroring energy, I do think twin flame. So some of you guys, you know, it could be a twin flame journey that you're on. But some of my Cancers out there, you no longer have to be giving to somebody or something that wasn't giving back to you. And that's what this journey is about. And we get the Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So for a lot of you, it is a third party situation. But for others of you, it's just something that, you know, serpent energy deals with our morality, our integrity. And, you know, serpent serpent energy, it's also about wisdom. And, you know, I feel like many of my Cancers, you know, we do see these two people. We do see them kind of looking back. I think, you know, as a Cancer, naturally, we're nostalgic and we tend to look back. And that's why it's sometimes hard for us to move on. But we're looking back at a situation that made us feel lonely or didn't give us enough. And Cancer, enough is enough. It's time for you. Okay? And that is a beautiful thing. So let's go ahead. And you know, Cancer, you are nobody's option. Nobody's option. And not for all of you is this going to be a love situation, but it's like you're the real deal. You know, if you get a Cancer to love you, I don't care if you're an abandoned puppy or kitten, or you're a human being, or you're a child, whatever it is, if a Cancer loves you, you're a lucky person. All right, so we get Treasure Island. So this is slow and steady, but this is that journey that we're talking about. It may feel like it's taken a long time to get here, and it may not all happen and unfold as quickly as we would like, but there is that treasure waiting for you, Cancer, and for many of you guys, it's love. Okay, and we get Chop Wood. So we get a lot of 6s coming out in this reading, so a synchronicity for you guys to pay attention to. But what I'm seeing also 9s as well, so which is a karmic completion. Some of you guys, you're tired of doing the work. Okay, so there is going to be, yeah, look, we see going the distance. I can see that you guys are feeling tired and you're drained. Okay, and so starting over or taking this journey may seem like something you don't really want to do. For some of you guys, it is like literal travel. Like I'm just getting like ferry boat. I'm getting, I don't know, I'm getting travel over water for a lot of you. But I'm also getting here that it's also, whatever this past situation that Spirit's calling judgment on that brought you this tower moment, you were the one that was doing all the work. And it's like, no more, Cancer. You don't have to work for somebody to love you. You don't have to work, you know, double as hard as everybody else to get the same amount of pay or recognition, whatever your situation. So, I mean, I do see that we're still going to need like perseverance here. Okay, but I also feel like, you know, it's time to shift that energy. Okay, it's time to open up to receive, and that's exactly what's happening here. It may feel like less than ideal circumstances, but it's your destiny. It was meant to play out like this. All right, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages come through. We get hope. Look at that, love and acceptance. So love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. My gosh, you guys. Do not give up hope. This is coming in. It's coming in slow and steady. It's taken a long journey, and for some of you, a journey over water. But remember, water can represent our emotional depths. I see tears here, Cancer, but I see them both as like a purge and a release, but I also see them of joy, because what you've been hoping for, this healing is taking place. Okay, because without this healing, it was keeping you stuck, but what's right behind you is the sun. So for some of you guys, it's about children. It's about having children. It's about finding out you're pregnant, because look at that, 2 of Wands. Not for all of you, though. And for some of you guys, it's just about standing in the sun after years or decades even of being overshadowed. And I feel like some of you were dealing with a distorted masculine there, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, and it's not like some sexist comment there. But it's about shining your light. It's about stepping out from underneath this situation that was holding you back, that was holding you back from being the highest expression of yourself, Cancer. So let's go ahead and see what angel messages come through for us. My lovely, lovely Cancers. Life never ends. Spirit endures all. Okay, so for some of you guys, you have lost a loved one. For some of you guys, it feels like life as you know it is coming to an end when you found out whatever was being kept from you. Okay, and yeah, and I feel like your world came crashing down. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your guides. Your guides love to help you. Yeah, definitely. This was a strong theme in the Gemini reading as well. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You're not weak if you do. And with the Six of Swords, we definitely see you, being divinely guided, not only by, spirits and angels, your spirit guides and angels and source, but I'm also seeing here there are people in your 3D that recognize what you've been through. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with reaching out and asking for help, even if that's just, hey, I just need someone to talk to. Do not live in the past. Look forward to the future and rejoice in the journey ahead. So exactly what this whole reading is about, Cancer. You guys, I just got chills reading this. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful journey. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Thank you for being here. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.